Okay, good morning, everyone. So originally, I was hoping to be with you in person in Chicago at the Middle Buddhist Temple today. So I'm sorry that I'm not able to do so, but still, I'm very grateful this opportunity to gather with you online. So and then I hope I will be able to visit MBT again before long. So maybe I will drive next time. So I need to stop by Uniqlo, Mitsuwa, Yakiniku, Shabu Shabu restaurant. So, and somehow I always end up with more bags than I planned it. So anyway, thank you for welcoming me today, and thank you for giving me a chance to share the Dharma with you. So I'd like to start with the Shinran Shonin's passage from Koso Wasan. So please join me in Gassho. Only with the diamond-like Shinjin can we living in an evil world of the five defilements, completely abandon birth and death forever, and then reach the pure land of naturalness. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. So I tell the story today. I will share an image on the screen. So you don't need to analyze it or understand it right away. So just let the picture and then the story come to you. So the story I will share is an old Buddhist parable. So, but it speaks very directly to how we are living right now. Well, this story is called The Two Rivers and the White Path. So it was shared by Chinese Pure Land Buddhist teacher named Shandao, also known in Japanese as Zendo Daishi. So Shandao lived in China, but about 1300 years ago, in 7th century. He lived in a time of uncertainty, instability, and fear. A time when many ordinary people wondered how they could live a meaningful life in a troubled world. So this story is well known among people familiar with the Pure Land Buddhism. So some of you may already know it, and some of you may have read it recently. It was also included in this month's Twin Cities Buddhist Sangha's newsletter. So even so, I'd like us to listen to it again today from where we are now, and later I will also speak about why Shinran Shonin, our Jodo Shinshu founder, why Shinran Shonin placed this story in the Kyogyo Shinsho, specifically in a section on Shinjin, or interesting. So Kyogyo Shinsho is the principal doctrinal work written by Shinran Shonin, systemically presenting the teaching, practice, and the realization of Shin Buddhism that grounded in Amida Buddha's primal vow. So, but first, let us listen to the story itself. So before I tell the story itself, I'd like to share one more thing. So the story of the Two Rivers and White Path has inspired artists for many centuries. And even today, new original works continue to be created. So just 2 years ago, I had the opportunity to see a large immersive painting of this parable by a Japanese artist at the Minneapolis Institute of Art, so which left a deep impression on me. So today, I'd like to share one of the most well-known images of this story, and then with this story with you, and then I tell the story. So please feel free to simply watch and listen. So now I'm going to share the image on the screen. Let's see. Okay. Here you go. Okay. So as you look at it, I invite you to simply to listen. A traveler is journeying through unknown and dangerous dangerous landscape. They come upon a strange river running from north to south. On one side is a river fire with the flames rising high into the air. On the other side is a river of water with powerful waves and strong currents. Both rivers are too deep to cross, and then they stretch far into the distance. Between them lies a narrow white path, only a few inches wide and about 100 steps long. The flames of fire and the waves of water crash against this white path. At the moment, bandits and wild beasts appeared from behind. Seeing the traveler alone, they rush forward, ready to kill. The traveler is terrified. They cannot go back. Death waits there. They cannot run north or south. Danger waits there as well. The only way forward is the narrow white path. The traveler thinks, if I stay here, I will die. If I go back, I will die. If I must die anyway, I will go forward. Just then, a voice is heard from behind, urging traveler forward. If you remain here, you will surely die, but if you go forward, you will live. From the other shore, another voice calls out, go forward without doubt. Do not fear the flames or the waves. I will protect you. Trusting these voices, the traveler steps onto the white path. They do not look back. They continue forward, step by step. At last, the traveler reaches the other shore, where they are welcomed by good friends, and then freed from all the dangers and fears they had faced. So Chantal explained that this story is the picture of our life as human beings. The fire represents anger. The water represents greed. The danger never disappeared. What matters is not the elimination of fear, but the relationship that allows us to move forward. This is why Shinran Shonin placed this parable in the Kyogyo Shinsho, the principal doctrine works written by him, in a section on Shinjin. So for Shinran Shonin, Shinjin is not a mental state. It is not about calming the mind or removing doubt. Shinjin arises when we are completely stuck, when there is no good option left, and yet we still hear a call and then take one step forward. Chantal did not explain this as a theory. He showed it as a lived experience. And importantly, the story does not end with the traveler alone. The traveler is welcomed by good friends. Here we see what Shinran Shonin called ondobo, ondogyo, fellow companions walking the path together. We are not isolated individuals. We are always supported through relationships. Now, I'd like to gently bring this story into our own time. I live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It is a city I truly love. And yet, over these past months, many people in Minnesota have been hurting. There is grief, fear, and deep confusion. Families are struggling. Children sense that something is wrong, even when they cannot explain it. At the same time, it is also true that not everyone sees these events in the same way. There are different opinions, different interpretations, and strong disagreements. this can make the suffering even heavier. But this pain is not limited to Minnesota and Minneapolis. Across the United States and around the world, there are countless people who are doing their best to live their lives and yet find themselves caught into the suffering and simply does not make sense. The people are working hard, caring for their families, trying to live honestly and responsibly, and still facing losses, violence, injustice, and fear, and feel impossible to accept. For many, there is no clear solution in sight. There is no explanation that truly satisfies the heart. We do not know how these situations will be resolved, or even if they will be resolved in the way we hope. Standing in the middle of all this, we may find ourselves thinking, how can people see the same events so differently? So how can we supposed to understand what is happening? In moments like this, it can feel as though we are standing between fire and water. The teaching of the two rivers and the white path does not give us easy answers, but it does show us how to live without turning away and how to walk without being consumed. So as we come to the end, I'd like to say a few final words about compassion of Amida Buddha. So Buddha, who filled the primal vow, is described as radiating light and in the immeasurable and inexhaustible light, and then reaches us everywhere without obstruction. Light beyond comparison, and then light that cannot be fully expressed in words. This light does not shine only on those who appear pure or free from struggle. It shines on us just as we are, even as we continue to live with our deep human tendencies, greed, anger, and confusion. In Raja Sutra of Immeasurable Life, we are taught that the name Namo Amida Butsu, revealed through Amida Buddha's fulfilled primal vow, is a true cause for being born in a Pure Land. The first benefit of this compassion is that all are equally embraced. Ordinary people and wise ones alike, those bounded the deep confusion as well. When we entrust ourselves to the ocean of the primal vow, we are received equally, just as all rivers become one taste when they flow into the sea. The second benefit is this: even with our deep human tendencies still present, we are not abandoned. Through clouds of greed, anger, and confusion may cover our hearts again and again, just as sunlight still shines above clouds. There is nowhere that Amida Buddha's light does not reach, because we are already held within this compassion. There is something we can do here and now. We can care for one another. We can notice those who are suffering, listen without rushing to judge or fix, and help each other take the next small step forward. As our road companions on the path, supporting one another as ondobo ondogyo, may we continue to walk together, one step at a time, along the white path. Please join me in Gasho. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Nam Mandab, Nam Mandab, Nam Mandab. Thank you.